much more comfortable than those other ones. Set up in the wrong place.
I'm filled with confidence.
Sorry, JT's up?
Yeah. At least that's what Julian says. I don't know if it's actually true. Are you ready?
Yes.
Con, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Studies of Cleaner Era Federal Assault Weapon Act prove a gun ban is effective. Assault weapon used in crime dropped 66. The absolute number of weapons declined. The ban has become more effective year by year. Ready 2004. In the 5-year period before the enactment, assault weapons constitute 4.82 the crime rates of traces. Since the enactment, these result weapons have made up only 1.61 of the guns traced to crime, a drop of 66. This evidence shows that bans on gun help decrease crime rates and a steady decline year by year. But after the ban expired, the number of police officers and innocent people die from the gunfire increases. Condition 2. Terrorists have stripped tactics from suicide bombs from deadly firearms. Report by the Office of Senator Lindenberg, 2010. Recent events only confirm police concerns. Shooting at Fort Hood and the attempt bombing in Times Square shows a successful effort to invoke terrorist and description by using readily available firearms. This evidence shows that terrorists will use guns to cause society fear, nervous international relations, disapproving behavior and imitation. This evidence shows that Condition 3, Jamaica. Tracing proves that 80% of weapons in Jamaica come from US. US weapon fall on one of the highest murder rates in the world. This evidence shows that 80% of Jamaica guns come from US, but the authorities don't impose strict bans on guns, so the gangs have large possessions. Condition 4. Guns are the personal weapons of mass destruction. Goodman 2011. The guns are the personal weapons of mass destruction that are designed not to harm animals but to kill people. These guns need to be controlled. By controlling them, we will reduce violence not only in the US. This evidence shows that guns hurt the society by leading the mass destruction. Also, guns are made to kill people, so the guns need to be controlled. If the guns are controlled, violence and
Oh, are you calling time now?
Nope.
I'm gonna kill you. Con, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Condition 1. No effect on number of crime murder gun wound per victim. October 2004. Determine whether reduction in assault weapon use following the ban had an impact on gun violence were difficult. The gun murder rate dropped more in 1995 than would have been expected based on pre-existing trends. The reduction was also larger than would be expected for the assault weapon ban, suggesting that other factors were at work in accelerating in the decline. We examined training the measure of the victim per gun murder incidents and wound per gunshot victim. These analyses revealed no ban effective. This evidence is important because it argues that bans are not effective. Condition 2. A ban will lead to civil unrest and have many negative impacts, sedition, violence, uprisings, martial laws, and wars. Flankhorn 2013. Prohibition on guns will strip violence worse than that of the most dangerous area of Chicago today. If the government enforced the ban have raiding home and business, there will certainly be small-scale uprising that easily spread martial laws will have to be imposed in some large cities. There will be civil war with much deadlier weapons. This evidence is important because it states that ban makes our living environment much more dangerous instead of being peace. Condition 3. Harvard study proves that countries with bans in place have higher murder rates. Stephen Neer, 2013. In the 46-page study, takes a master look at the compared data from US and part of Europe to show that stricter laws don't mean there's less crime. By looking at international death or murder or on an international scope, the US falls behind Russia, Estonia, and 4 other countries, ranking 7. Russia, where guns are banned, the murder rate is significantly higher than US in comparison. This evidence is important because it argues that banning guns didn't stop killing and murder, and sometimes the consequence banning is worse.
Crossfire. First speakers, come up.
First question.
3, 2, 1, go.
Do you agree people with mental illness or crime history to possess guns? Do you agree people with mental illness or crime history to possess guns? you point out country with the many guns as the U.S. but less crime? Can you point out country with as many guns as the U.S. but less crime?
1 minute.
Jamaica. Is ISIS a big problem? Is ISIS a big problem for society? Did the federal ban on assault weapon affect crime? Did the federal ban on assault weapon affect crime? Yes. It will decrease. Ban guns will protect citizens and police. Do you agree? Ban guns will protect citizens from police and police. Do you agree? How do you argue that more gun equals more homicide and suicide? Because according to Ready to War. According to U.S. history, do you think a black
Time. Pro, do you want prep? No? Okay.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
I disagree with that contention one because according to Brady 2004, he said that when he tried to ban the guns and the crime rate dropped 66. So this means that ban guns decrease murder rates and ban doesn't increase violence. Ban doesn't increase violence because according to Goodman 2011, the guns themselves are weapons of mass destruction designed not to hunt animals but to kill people. I contend that we should reduce violence not only in the U.S. but also in the border across Mexico. Murder rate doesn't increase with that because according to Brady 2004, Clinton once tried to ban the assault weapons and crimes committed by gun control citizens, and the data showed a steady year by year decline in the percentage. Now I'm going to extend my case. Contention 5. States with more gun control have lower death rates, at least in 2013. States with the most law had a mortality rate 42% than those states who had the fewest laws. This evidence shows that states with more gun control law have lower death rates. Contention 6. Deaths. Diamatio 2008. More than 20% of the 4,000 suicides annually are carried out with firearms.
1 minute.
Blood is spilled on the floor of the nation's hospital and mortuaries from accidents. This evidence shows that in Canada, guns create more than 20% of 4,000 suicides. So this means that if we continue to ban the guns, then the 20% of suicides might increase and become more. Contention 7. Terrorism. Reported by the Center Officer Lautenberg. In the January 2010, Kabul attacked the instruments carrying machine guns. Similar versions of AK-47s and 9mm pistols. This evidence shows that if the government don't ban the guns, then it will become a weapon for the terrorists. Contention 8. Answer to self-defense. Assault rifles are well killed for self-defense, 2013. An assault rifle is any weapon which fire high-power rifles rounds. The weapon reloads each round on its own. This evidence shows that guns are designed to kill and for war. Flame Horse said that possessing weapons increase the risk of being shot. Contention 9. Horse Rights and Freedoms. Copen 2012. Miller, Dangerous and Unusual Weapons. The Second Amendment did not protect those who had properly possessed. This evidence shows that Supreme Court decision in Miller allows for restrictions on dangerous and unusual weapons. Contention 10. Horse Rights and Freedoms. Matthew 2015. For this season, we urge you to vote for the pro team.
Con, are you ready? You want prep? Alright. Asking if they want part 2 interventions for you. 138. Okay, I'm starting your prep again. Okay, you have 90 seconds remaining in prep. I think I did. I'm starting some stuff. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go!
I disagree with the contention 1. Ben effective. I disagree because Ben is ineffective. Ben is ineffective for reason. Assault rifle ban in U.S. proof. Legally. Community Against Violence 2005. I disagree with the contention 2. Jamaica. Tracing proof 80% of the weapon sizes in Jamaica come from the U.S. U.S. weapon fuel of the highest murder rate in the world. According to us. I disagree because banning gun creates a high homicide rate in Jamaica. Criminals will always get weapons from the other place. Bans only disarm the law-abiding citizen. According to law, 2010. Okay, banning guns doesn't prevent criminals from committing crime. Crime rates becomes higher instead. I disagree with the condition 3. Terrorism. Availability of guns increased likelihood of terrorism. I disagree because ban on weapons at army base escalated the terrorist attack at Fluid, according to law 2009.
1 minute.
It shows that banning makes soldiers more vulnerable and gives terrorists chance to attack. I disagree with the contention 4. Gun can be used to stop act of evil in name of self-defense. I disagree because guns are personal weapon of mass destruction. Goodman 2001. Now I'm going to no. I disagree with the contention 5. Guns can be used to stop act of evil. Now I'm going to extend my case. Now I'm going to extend my case. Condition 5. Restriction law solved without ban. Regulation and background check would solve for gun violence without total ban. The best way to protect against Second Amendment violation. Sampson, 2015. Regulation do not address the real issue. We don't need to stop law-abiding citizens.
Time.
From use gun.
Crossfire. Come on, twos, let's go. 3, 2, 1, go.
That would help public safety agents root out domestic characters more effectively. Instead of worrying about the intent of certain assault weapon rifle owners, agencies could go after all assault weapon periods. How do you respond to this? Do states with strict gun control law have less gun violence? States with more stricter gun control has less violence. So this means that murder rates decrease with them. Danger.
1 minute.
An assault weapon is any weapon which fires high-powered rifle rounds, so it kills many people. How would you respond to this? Gun can protect themselves. Switzerland have a higher rate of gun ownership than that of the USA, but hardly any gun crime. Why do you think this is? Would you simplify your question again? Switzerland has a higher rate. And how do you Switzerland has higher murder rates because they didn't ban the guns. Assault rifles are overkill for self-defense. How would you respond to this? Consider a relationship between level of gun ownership.
Time. Pro, do you want prep?
No.
No? Okay, 1 minute.
Is anyone not ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
Our best arguments are ban effective. Jamaica weapons of mass destruction, and their best argument are bans increase violence, murder rate increases with ban. And ours because there is a proof of U.S. President Clinton when he banned the assault weapon, the crime rate dropped 66 each year, and Don Trillion observed data between Louisiana, which had less gun laws. Its murder rate was 18 per 1 million of people, but in a country with stricter law like Massachusetts, its murder rate was 3.7 per 1 million of people. So it shows that ban decrease violence. And also, banning guns protects innocent citizens from getting hurt by the bad guys. For example, if police own the guns, then they will do anything they want to hurt citizens. So gun control can protect citizens and make citizens not to be in the dangerous zone. And also ours because according to Matthew 2015, you see that terrorists had changed their tactics into firearms. So if the gun producing countries have stricter gun control,
Time.
then the terrorists can't get the guns to harm
Con,
people.
do you want prep?